She is an Oscar, Golden Globe, Emmy, and Grammy Award-winning nominated singer, songwriter, and now the best-selling author of Elvis, Rocky, and Me, the Carol Connors story. Carol Connors.
How are you? It's
Good.
so great to be here.
You know what, before we get to What's Up Now, take us back to the beginning and where you got your start.
So there I was when I was 16 and a half, and there was a young man, I'm not going to tell you the name till the end. He was going with my girlfriend, and I was the lookout. They were kissing and smooching and necking, and I was twiddling my thumbs, which I still do, and I was always singing. One day he said to me, "I love your voice. I'm going to write a song for it. Do you have $10? I went, "I don't have 10 cents. I'm not even 17 years of age." He said, "Well, if you can get together $10, you can be in our singing group, and I'm going to write that song." So I went to my mom and dad. I got the $10. I learned the song, went into the recording studio 2 days later. We did it in 2 takes, the song. 2 takes, one for balance. I sang it all the way through, not one splice. The person that wrote the song for my voice was the infamous
Phil Spector.
Phil Spector.
And the group was the
Teddy Bears.
So tell us about the new best-selling book, Elvis, Rocky, and Me, the Carol Connors story. How did you meet Elvis?
I was in the market, and this sort of creepy guy, it's in the book, came up to me. By the way, you can get it on Amazon and anywhere where books are sold. Came up to me, and he was part of the Memphis Mafia, and he said to me, "Are you the girl that sang To Know Him Is to Love Him?" And I went, "Yes." He said, "Elvis loves your voice. He'd love to meet you." And I went, "Yeah, right, sure, of course. Elvis wants to meet me, of course." As I'm holding a carton of milk. And you didn't give out your phone number in those days. I gave him my phone number because I'm like my father's daughter. I like to live on the edge. And 2 weeks later, he called me. He said, "We're going up to Elvis's. I've worked it out so that he can meet you." And I went, "Okay." And my mother went like this. She went, "Oi, Elvis Presley, never, never." And I said, "Yes, Mother, Elvis Presley." Went to Elvis's, and the first thing I remember is that he was on the opposite side of the room, and I was standing there, and I remember I thought, "Oh, he's so cat-like. I love cats. He's so beautiful and fluid in the way he moves." And he came up to me and he said, "So, why'd you name group Teddy Bears?" And I thought, it is Elvis. And I went, "Just wanna be your teddy bear." And that started our love affair. We went together for 9.5 months.
We loved Elvis, and of course, we're moving on to Rocky.
No.
Gonna Fly Now was because
Definitely.
of you, right?
Well, that was Bill Conti, Ann Robbins, and me. We all wrote it. But I did come up with the title.
Okay.
I was, we had seen the movie, and I was in the shower, and I all of a sudden, it was a rough cut. I knew what the movie was about. I knew what life was about. I knew what the song was about. So I called Bill Conti, and I said, "Bill, I know what it's about." And all those things. And he said, "Where are you?" And because he could hear the shower. It's not like today with cell phones. I said, "Well, I'm in the shower." And he said, "Are you with somebody?" I said, "Would I be calling you if I was? I'm a Scorpio." He said, "Give me the line before you electrocute yourself." And the line was, "Gonna fly now." Because when John Avildsen, the director who won the Oscar, put him in slow motion, and he drank the yolks, and he beat the meat, and he ran down the Philadelphia streets, and he went up 72 stairs, and he stood there and he put his arms up, he could even fly.
Right.
He could do anything any of us set our minds to doing. And that's what I think the theme of Rocky is really about. It's not just that it's about a boxer, it's about hope and courage.
Now, I heard that song actually had additional lyrics that we don't always get to hear or heard. Right?
Nobody gets to hear it.
Okay.
Not that we didn't want them to, but it became like the physical fitness song of the world with little vignettes that John Avildsen wanted, which was trying hard, getting strong, gonna fly now. So all the other parts of the lyric that were in the song have never been heard.
Wow.
They've never been heard because it became such a monstrous hit.
Well, I want to thank you for letting me come to your home today. And I noticed a beautiful piano, and I'm going to beg you. I wanted to wait till we're on camera to ask, but is there any way you can maybe play a little bit with me?
You mean tickle the keys?
Tickle the keys,
The
maybe play a
ivories.
little bit of that song that you wrote about your relationship with Elvis on the day of his death.
Yes.
And, of course, to no, let's go, right? Are you
You
willing?
got it. I'm willing for you, anything.
We're going to, next time you see us, we're going to be at the piano.
The 88s, as us musicians call a piano.
Bam. Well, this is where the magic happens.
This
so
is
it
the
all
piano.
started. Ah,
This is my kawaii piano. Yes.
Oh,
Well, I
but-
think I should start with something that I think you know. Okay? To know him is to love him. Just to see him smile makes my life worthwhile.
That is a good start. Woo!
Well, it was a key. It started
Oh,
my whole life.
yes,
Thank you,
it
Phil
did.
Spector.
What are we moving on
Well,
to next?
we didn't talk about it too
Oh.
much, but I'm the only girl in the history of rock and roll that ever wrote a hot rod song, and it became a major hit for Carol Shelby for the Cobra, which is the cover of the book. And he gave me a Cobra, and I went to Le Mans, ooh la la, and it went like this. I took my Cobra down to the track, hitched to the back of my Cadillac. Everyone was there just to wait for me. There were plenty of Stingrays, XKEs. It was a major hit. It's considered one of the most important hot rod songs. And Brian Wilson never forgave me for writing it, of the Beach Boys. He said to me, because I penetrated the all boys club, and he said, we always knew it was written by a girl. And I said, well, Brian, how did you know that? And he said, you can't take your car out of gear and let it coast to the line. And I said, Brian, if you're that far in front, you can.
With you, I'm born again. How did you think of that?
Well, I was going with Robert Culp from I Spy, and I wanted him to feel that way about me and me about him. I knew I felt that way about him. And I wrote it in 22 minutes, except for 2 words that took almost 2 weeks to come up with.
Carol,
Are we going to sing it together?
I'm going to do my best.
Okay.
Yes.
Come bring me your softness. Comfort me through all this madness.
Woman, don't you know with you, I'm born
again.
Ooh.
Very,
All
you
right.
have a beautiful voice.
You know what I want to do right now? I want to fly now. Can you?
Oops.
Okay.
That's it for Rocky. I don't have the trumpets. Well,
The
this is
song you wrote about Elvis, your relationship was, and the name of that song was?
You Love My
You
Night.
Love My Night Away.
And it was written, as I said, the day that he died, because I was so beside myself. And I do believe that if he would have done A Star Is Born, he would have been, he was offered the part, but Colonel Parker refused it. And even Elvis said that if in the film with Austin Butler, that Barbara and Colonel Parker did not like each other. So he didn't do it. But I believe that, I truly believe this, that if he would have done that part that Chris Christopherson did, he would have lived longer. Okay, this is the first verse. Through whispered words once spoken, lost in dreams of yesterday, you came to me, you loved my night away.
Wow.
That's the
I
first
can
verse.
feel the emotion in that.
Yeah, I get very, it sat in my piano bench for like over 40 years. I didn't really do anything with it. I showed it to a couple of friends, and then Chip Rosenblum heard it and started the documentary, Elvis, Rocky, and Me, the Carol Carter story, and Dahlia Heyman also became part of it, and it's now, we're in post-production.
Yeah,
And it all started with that song.
It made me think of one thing. you and Taylor Swift have something in common, don't you?
Right. And when you lay down close beside me, behind a dream I'd thrown away, you came to me, you loved my night away. So Taylor and I seem to write about our love.
Right, there we go. Yes, we want some more. We want some more. Just like you are going to want right now to go get the book. Elvis, Rocky and me. The Carol Connor story. It is a must-read, best-selling book. I'm so excited for the docuseries to come out. I want to be hearing this Elvis song you wrote about him somewhere. And you still have the magic. You trailblazer. I don't know. You're just too beautiful for words. Thank you.
I'm enjoying my life. I live every moment, good and bad. You got to take the good with the bad.